This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium Free Talk. This Infinium Free Talk is entitled Ground Zero. My brothers, by now you should be aware of the mass shooting which occurred in a Walmart Supercenter in Chesapeake, Virginia last night. My brothers, for me this is a Ground Zero event because it occurred close to where I now reside. In fact, the post office where I keep my business P.O. box is located in the vicinity of this Walmart where this incident occurred. And as well, I have shopped in this Walmart and a nearby Sam's Club quite regularly. What is so chilling about this is that I know several people who work in the Walmart as well as the Sam's Club. And I also know the shooter, Andre Bing, and I'm not surprised that it was him that committed this crime. My brothers, there are a number of issues which I observed during the unfolding of the events surrounding this incident. And I would just like to discuss with you some of those things that I observed, which primarily how the MSM responded, how things were reported overnight leading up to today, where I'm currently making this content. But starting with the way it was reported, I noticed immediately, because Andre Bing, I believe his name is a person of color. I think he's mixed race, black, and whatever else. He did not fit the narrative of a white male shooter. So, for instance, when previous shooting events happened like this, and it involved a white male shooter, that information was made available to the public right away. But yet in this case, and in other cases where there was a black male shooter or a shooter who was a person of color or a man of color, it took overnight, it took hours before that information was widely known. And so what I observed last night all through today was a kind of scrubbing and removing of information that was on the internet coming out about this guy that did this thing. So there again, there is that type of double standard that I saw happening in this event. I know there was another event about in the past week where it involved some UVA football players, and the guy was black, and the information did come out faster. But overall, when these types of mass shootings occur or these mass killings occur where they involve a black man or a man of color, that information is somehow slowed down in terms of it's making its way to the public. So that's the first thing that I observed. Now, getting back to the shooter himself, Andre Bing, as I previously stated, this dude, I am very, very familiar with him. In fact, I know him from past jobs and from also shopping in that Walmart, that particular Walmart. And this dude is unstable. He is highly unstable. And so as you will see the information that comes out about him, he was a team lead at Walmart, or manager. I think he was a team lead, and he was a overnight production team lead. And basically what that is where they load the store, they restock the shelves and that type of thing. And any person in that type of position, they are under a lot of pressure. And it really takes a stable person to be in that type of position because, again, it is a lot of pressure. There's a time constraint. All types of things have to happen when you reload a store like that. And that is that particular Walmart is a big Walmart. It's a super Walmart or super Walmart Supercenter, I should say. And so you can imagine something in that range. It's like it's about half of a city block in size. And so you can imagine the types of things that need to be done in terms of loading a store like that, in terms of the produce, all types of dry goods, the clothing, all the things that need to be done. Also, the price tagging changes, all those things need to be done overnight. So there is a lot of pressure from the corporation to get those things done in a timely manner. And so anybody, again, who is in that type of position where they are team lead over something where it involves a lot of pressure and a lot of deadlines and details, that type of thing, they can snap. And I've seen people in these types of positions in the past where they were unstable and they did snap and they did go crazy, do all types of weird stuff and everything. So again, why Walmart put this dude in this type of position when he was pretty much unstable is beyond me, but it is what it is. Now, the other thing that's coming out about Andrew Bing, which really concerns we MGTOW men, is that he, because of his instability, acted strangely. And he apparently lived alone. He apparently had bizarre behavior, doing all types of weird types of things. And so where I'm going with this, my brothers, is that sooner or later, we're going to have this incident being associated with the MGTOW philosophy. So this is just a heads up to you, my brothers, to when this comes, this is where this is coming from. This guy was, again, highly unstable, acted weirdly, lived alone, was a loner, so to speak. And because of what the feminist plantation state is doing, they try to associate dudes like this with MGTOW men and sometimes incel men, but primarily MGTOW men, to discredit the philosophy. So that's another thing you need to keep your eyes out for, because it's coming. And I can see from what I saw from last night, this building up to where this will be associated with him. Now, the other thing I would like to discuss with you, my brothers, is the way this shooting occurred. Now, as I understand it, and from my digging and looking into the events overnight, apparently they were having a production meeting, or I guess a staging meeting in a break room. And so all the employees were gathered together in the room, and Bing came in there and said something strange to them, which I'm trying to still get the exact details as to what he said, but apparently he said something strange to them and then turned around and started firing on the employees in the break room. And from the things I saw before they were scrubbed off of the internet, it was like a lot of black women got deleted by Bing. And so this leads me to kind of speculate that it might have been a scenario where Bing snapped and did an HMT on the employees. You know, it might have been something where the employees were disrespecting him or giving him a hard time, and he just basically snapped and did what he did. And from what I know about that Walmart, the majority of the employees in that Walmart are female. And there are a few males there, but a majority of them are female. And a majority of them are black. So it may be some type of scenario like that where he snapped and put on the mask and did what he did. But that's just speculation on my part, my brothers. And I'm sure that as things come out, we'll find out exactly, sooner or later, what exactly happened. But from, again, what I found through my digging and catching stuff before it got scrubbed off of the internet, the scenario was that he was in a break room with the employees. They were supposed to have some kind of meeting about how the store was supposed to be loaded, the plan for the loading, and he then started firing on the employees in the break room. But my brothers, I said all this to say that to watch your backs, because I believe that this is not the last of these types of incidences. And I believe that there are going to be more coming, more situations where these people snap and do these things. And so I'm saying to you, my brothers, to just watch your backs, to make sure that you put your safety first before you. You know, particularly if you're working on a job and you have unstable people there, that's what I'm talking about. That this type of thing can and will happen. And I'm surprised myself that it didn't happen in the place that I was formerly employed, because there were a lot of Andrew Bings there. There were like that crazy therapist who got herself fired, Cheryl B. Rawls. There were a lot of Cheryl B. Rawls there, crazy types of people who were unstable and who should not have been in leadership positions, but there they were. And they were doing things that you would not believe. But again, my brothers, in this time that we're in, we really need to hold the line and to watch our backs and to put ourselves first and take care of ourselves. Because again, these types of things, I believe, are going to happen, and they're going to get worse than what we ever see. And I think we're going to see some shocking stuff come down the pike. And so again, like RPM has said, keep your heads on a swivel, but hold the line. And so, my brothers, again, this is the day before Thanksgiving. I hope that you all, in spite of all that you're going through, all that we're going through, have a peaceful Thanksgiving, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Even if you're having it by yourself and you're cooking that turkey by yourself, regard that peace that you have and that tranquility that you have as gold as you continue along your way on the pathway to freedom, which takes you to freedom as a MGTOW man. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium Free Talk. My MGTOW brothers, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, And remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.